What's good, everybody? It's your main man back on the scene. So, Shang Chi is coming out September 3rd. I'll probably go check it out. It's never big on the character. At one time, when it first came out, back in the 70s, I had I believe it came out not too long after Bruce Lee passed away, so I took it that it was based on Bruce Lee. Yeah, it's kind of obvious that's what it was. But I never liked the book. It just didn't grab me. I think with stuff like this, they should, when you're dealing with ethnic stuff, you should at least consult with someone from the culture to get stuff right. I'm not saying only a person of whatever ethnic group can only write for characters of their group, but at the least consult with someone to make stuff seem more legit. Like, I saw an interview with James Amos talking about the fights he used to get into with the writers on the set of Good Times. And I think that's common. You have someone from whatever group and they write for, a different group. It's mainly based on stereotypes or what they believe they should be like. And I believe that's why he clashed. So I saw that China, or they're saying people in China are offended by the Mandarin, which they believe to be based on Fu Manchu. Which I looked it up to see what was it about the character they didn't like. I never got into this movie because it kind of reminded me of like blackface. You have a white guy pretending to be Chinese, so it's kind of whack to me. So I never got into it. I had like zero desire to watch it. So I'm reading through this article. The Mask of Dr. Fu Manchu. He offers up a virginal blonde to his baying Asian horde. Would you have maidens such as these for wives? He says. Then conquer and breed. Kill the white man and take his women. Oh, man. I might have to watch it just to hear that line. That's a good one. I'm not gonna read through the whole thing. I skimmed through it, and you know, I'll link the video. I mean, the article in the description box. You can read it for yourself. But it's like he said, the granddaddy of all Chinese villains, Dr. Fu Manchu defines the genre. British novelist Sax Rohmer claimed that he based the Bag Doctor on a multiple Chinese underworld figures he supposedly encountered when he was a reporter in London. Academic Jenny Clegg says he is the unknowable Oriental master villain bent on the seduction of young white women. In Rome's words, the insidious Dr. Fu Manchu invests him with all the cruel cunning of an entire Eastern race accumulated in one giant intellect with all of the resources of a wealthy government. Imagine that awful being, and you have a mental picture of Dr. Fu Manchu, the yellow peril incarnate in one man. Ming the Merciless. So are they mad because they use Asian guys as the bad guy, or white guys pretending to be Asian? Which I'm not a fan of that. That's kind of whack. See, Ming the Merciless was an emperor of the planet Mongol and arch nemesis of Flash Gordon. Hero. So I get it. It's like back in the 80s when all the bad guys were all Russian. Then Russian or Muslim. The Mandarin. Facial hair makes a return to Chinese villainy in the goateed form of the Mandarin. Arch nemesis of Iron Man. In the Marvel comic universe created by Stan Lee, like Dr. No, he is depicted as a half Chinese, born to a rich Chinese father, and an English aristocrat. Unlike Dr. No, who draws power from his intellect, the Mandarin is endowed with otherworldly attributes, courtesy of 10 magical alien rings. Predictably, he wants to conquer the world. Let's see, conversations. I don't know. Like, that's what I'm wondering. Is it because, you know, white guys pretend to be Chinese, or they're using Chinese as bad guys? Which, again, you could say that about, Russians and Muslims. In the movies, out of the action movies, they were the bad guys. Mostly Russian, they were the bad guys. Russians and Middle Eastern guys, I should say. Not necessarily Muslim in the movie, but those are the two bad guys at that time. So I don't know. I mean, the pretending to be Chinese thing. I'm not crazy about that. But, Chinese bad guy. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back to Shang Chi. Yeah, I'll check it out. I would have liked it better if they found someone who resembled Bruce Lee more, because he doesn't look like Bruce Lee at all. Since they, basically were base the character off of Bruce Lee. They should have got someone who looked like Bruce Lee. I'm sure with a billion people in China, and you got Taiwan and Korea. Yeah, they could have found someone who looked like Bruce Lee. I'm quite sure they could have. That's just me. But, I don't know. Let me know what you think. What would you? Are you gonna check this out? Does it offend you? Holler at me. Let me know. Please like and subscribe, and I will get to you. We'll get back to you, good folks, later.